Hello folks, how we doing? Today is November the 3rd, 2025. Seasons are changing. Ain't that awesome? All the fall colors are starting to come out. Ain't that beautiful? I'm not here to talk about trees or the changes of the seasons. I'm here to discuss my change. You know, here in days past, some of you that have been following my quest of sobriety, of not smoking cigarettes any longer, of not gambling anymore. And I was sharing with you the days that I was without doing all those expensive vices. You know, that's going to be a thing of the past. I will no longer document my days. I heard a very famous speaker, multimillionaire speaker at that. He said something very profound. He said, you know what? Why are you counting the days? That way you could tell the rest of us when you go back to being the person that you were, how many days you were sober or smoke free or didn't gamble. And you're going to impress somebody with those days that you changed for a little bit. He said, now don't do that no more. That's not your identity. That's not who you are any longer. And you know what? I agree with that. That's not who I am any longer. So days aren't important. My identity is the person that I am today. That other guy is gone. He's dead. He no longer exists. The old Pete is gone. Some of you people that knew me from the past are going to push that, hey, didn't you try this a few years back? And you were sober for almost 14 years, but you went back to drinking and smoking. Yeah, picked up a new habit while you were at it. You picked up gambling. That's right, I did. But there's no shame there. Mostly mistakes. You have your own, I have mine. But guess what? That's a thing of the past. I don't want to sound like Pumbaa, the Lion King, but God says I'm a new creation. That's exactly what I am today. You know, He's quick to forgive. So God just puts a reset button on us. Life is all about challenges, about trying, about being a different individual, always trying to improve over on this earth. Yeah. So you people that knew me from the past, you can't shame me into saying, you know, that's not who you are. We already know your past. We know all your family, your brothers. Didn't a couple of your brothers die because you guys are all a bunch of drunks? Yeah, true statement. They did. They have. They're no longer on this earth. Don't you have a brother who's a double amputee because of his drinking, his high diabetes, and he refused to stop drinking? Yep. All of the above. Well, ain't that something? Well, you know what? That's not me. And I'll continue to struggle with my illnesses. But as of today, I will no longer have a date that's going to be part of who I am. I'm a different individual today. And that's just the way it is. What are you doing to improve yourself? What are you doing to improve your family life? Ain't no shame here, bro. I'm not trying to shame anybody into doing anything. You'll change when you're ready. That's if you want to. Some people never do. Some people take who they are to their graves. We are stubborn by nature. It's who we are. You know, who wants to quit drinking? Who wants to quit smoking? I didn't quit any of the vices because I hate drinking or I hate smoking. I just can't stand it anymore. You'll never catch those words out of my mouth. I actually enjoy drinking. I love the taste of beer when I first had my first drink back when I was 7 years old. I'm a 62-year-old man. Been drinking for a lot of years. I just started drinking regularly when I was 7, but it never stopped from there. think I got my first cigarette, stole it from my dad while he was drinking at age 7 or 8, right around in that area, which was crazy, but it's the honest truth. So I enjoy it. You know, there's a certain excitement going into the casinos, thinking you're going to hit the big one. I never did. You know, you win a little bit, but do you really ever win? You're just going to put it all back in for the end of the night. And not one of us is going to get up and say, you know, like the Bad Company got a song that says something like this: take the money and run. That's not a song we were playing on the way to the casino, was it? I never did. Chances are you never will either. You're going to stay there. You're going to continue to lose money. Some of you are going to lose a whole lot more than I ever did. But it doesn't matter. A loss is a loss. You and I are going to continue to have this illness. So I invite you. I'm going to this Gamblers Anonymous meetings every Friday at 5:30 to 6:30. I invite you to join us. We're in Porterville, California. We gather there. We meet there. We help one another with the same illness. You're going to hear stories. If you decide to go, they're going to, it's going to sound like they're telling your story, because we share a lot of the symptoms, a lot of the similarities, but it's actually their story. It's no pressure. There's very little requirements. It is a 12-step program. It's not about sitting there drinking coffee and eating cookies. It takes it's a program of action. And luckily for the average gambler or drunk, what have you, it's only 12 steps. You say, no problem, I'll get them done immediately. Yeah, it's a little bit more humbling than just say, 12 steps, that's no big deal. They're very humbling steps, but very necessary to leave the old person behind and let the new one in.